Okay, so this time they're not starting us off with the picture. We have to be able to do this from scratch. So that's one thing that's changed, but also if you look, we're not starting off with a whole number, so that makes it a little bit trickier as well. So what we're gonna do, it says 3/4 divided by 1/8. I'm gonna first draw this first number. So for this, I'm going to draw it. Okay, so to do that, it's less than one whole, so I'm going to start off with a one whole piece. I think that rectangles are the easiest way to do this. Then I'm going to cut it into fourths. So just like we said before, the denominator is what I'm cutting it into. So I cut this one whole into 4 pieces, but it says that I don't have the whole 4 pieces. I've only got 3 of those 4 pieces. So I'm going to shade in 3 of those fourths. So shade, there's 1, 2, 3 of those 4 pieces. So now you can see with my model, I've only got 3/4, just like if I only had 3/4 of a candy bar. Okay, so now that we've modeled our 3/4, we need to be able to divide this by 8ths. So just like before, we need to be able to cut this into 8 pieces. So what I like to think about is a common denominator. So how am I going to change 4 into 8? Well, 4 times 2 would be 8, and that would give me 6 of my pieces colored in, because 3 times 2 would be 6. So what I'm going to do is divide each of these pieces in half so that I have 8 pieces total. So here I am cutting each of them in half. Now if you look, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces, and 6 of those are shaded in. That makes sense. 6/8 is the same thing as 3/4. So now that we have our picture cut into 8 pieces, again, I'm going to take that numerator, the 1, and group it by the numerator. So every one piece is what I am grouping. So here is 1/8, there's 2/8, there's the 3rd 8, 4 groups of 8, 5 groups of 1/8, and 6 groups of 1/8. I'm going to stop there because that's all the pieces that are shaded. I don't need to count these last 2 because I don't have those pieces. I only started off with 3/4. So my final answer is actually going to be 6 groups of 1/8 and 3/4. So go ahead to the next slide and you try that problem.